Hi, welcome to the Dalzahn Library at Assumption University. Today I'm going to show you Zotero, which is a citation assistant to help you share your research, cite your research, and keep track of all your citations. So first thing to do is to download it. So you go to zotero.org, and that is where you would download Zotero. So I'll show you what that looks like. Now, I am on a Windows computer, PC, so I would do these defaults of downloading for Windows, and I'm also using Chrome, so I also would use this right here. So what it does is it downloads it for my computer, and it shows up down here in my toolbar. I actually think I pinned that. And then it shows a connector, which is right here in the top of your computer, and it is an automatic shortcut to save things from when you're searching the web or if you're in the middle of your research. So I installed both of those. Now, if you're using a Mac, you would click on Mac and it would download a Mac situation down here. And also, if you do not like Chrome, you could also download a different connector. So I think the connectors are for Firefox and Chrome. And those are the two browsers that work best. I have to say it does not work great with Safari right now, and they are actually working on a beta test for it in Safari right now. So that is soon to come, but if you are using a Mac, just use one of those two browsers is my suggestion. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what Zotero looks like. So I'll go ahead and open mine. And this is what it looks like in the middle of the window. And you'll see I'm actually selected to my library, and it shows everything I've ever saved. Now I'll just click into one of these folders here, which is all part of my collection. And this is all of my saved items on new cats. So say, for example, I click into one, it gives me the information about all of the volumes, the title, everything here about this item. Now, if I wanted to make a new search, I could go here and I could say, okay, I want a new collection. I want to actually search dogs. And I could say, okay, and you'll see that that shows up as a new folder with nothing in it here. If I would like to add things, I have a couple different options. The first is that I can add things manually. So if I have a known item, but it does not have a DOI or an ISBN number, I can add it manually here. And I could just click book, and it goes through each type of item that I need. So I'm going to label mine dogs and just show you that it populates dogs. And then I'll go to my next item and say, well, I'm volume number 1, and the date is 2009, and I just keep going and going, and I manually enter that so that eventually when I click into dogs, I'll be able to create a citation automatically with the information that I've provided. I'll show you that in a moment. So the next thing you could do is automatically save things using this little magic wand, if you will. So you can enter an ISBN number or a DOI or any other identifier to add to your library. It doesn't recognize all of them, but it does recognize some. So I'll show you that this works like this. So if I go into the Assumption University Library, and I'm doing a search, I will search for the history of dogs. We'll click enter, and that first one doesn't look too relevant, but the second one, the Dogs of War, looks fantastic. So rather than viewing the ebook, I'm going to go click on the title, and that is going to give me information in this description area. And it's going to give me ISBN, which is what I'm looking for. So I go through all of this. I grab just one of those ISBN numbers. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to click down here into my Zotero account, and I'm going to add that number. You'll see now it's the Dogs of War 1861, and it populates all of that here. Okay, I can do the same thing with the DOI if you can find the DOI for an article. If I would like to add anything through the item that it's going to save it to Zotero up here in my bookmarklet, the connector, I will show you how that works. So if I go back to the Assumption search and I say I want to search for dogs, and I'm going to limit it here to an article just so I can show you what that looks like quickly. And I'm going to try to get the actual article. So I'm not going to search on the title as I did before. I'm actually going to try to see the full text for this. And right here it says it's in this database. So I'm going to click into the database and it shows me, I guess this is the article. That's not very much, but if I click into it, this is the text. Okay, seems like a story. And if I want to save it, I can say save to Zotero. So where do I want to save it? I don't want to save it here. I actually want to save it in my folder for dogs. So it's not listed. Oh, it's right at the top, dogs. And if I click on the little arrow, I can say I'm done. And now if I go into here, I can see that dogs is now saved here. So you see how I can just start adding things into my library. So once I've done that, now I can create a bibliography. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'll open up a Word doc, and I think I want to just grab this Dogs of War, and I'm going to create a bibliography citation. I dragged it over here, and you can see my whole citation is properly formatted. And you may wonder how I did that. So all I did was click on it and drag it over to a Word doc. But in order to format it correctly, I click on Edit, Preferences. I've already done this, but you will do it anew and pick whatever citation you want. So you click over to Cite, and then you can click on APA, or you can go down and select MLA. And we have everything in between. Chicago style, you can get additional styles. American Chemical Society, you can do any style that you're looking for, and then just click OK. And that way, when you're dragging it over, it will be in the citation style that you're looking for. If you click on an item and you click Shift and then drag it over, it will do a different type of citation, in-text citation. So easy to use the Zotero when you're doing your papers. I'm not going to save that, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is once you have your library all set to create a bibliography. You can also select all by clicking Shift, and it will select everything, and you can drag the entire thing over to your Word doc, and it will create an entire bibliography. If you had several folders, you could create My Library. You could select the entire thing and drag it over, and it would create a bibliography. So I just want to show you how easy it is to do that. So that is Zotero. I hope that was easy enough for you. If you have any questions at all, please get in touch with us, library@assumption.edu, or you can chat with us here from the library homepage, library.assumption.edu. Thanks so much.